Hello everybody, welcome to what is going to be my Final Fantasy VII walkthrough. This has been arguably a long time coming. Obviously, I'm a huge fan of the Final Fantasy series. To be honest here, I was going to hold back on the Final Fantasy VII walkthrough because, obviously, if you're a fan of the game, fan of the series, you likely know that there is another version coming out, a remake of sorts. Now, from what I've seen and from what I've read, that is what's actually swayed me to actually make this walkthrough. And what I mean by that is, if the games were going to be extremely similar, I probably would have just held off and waited until the HD version or whatever this next version is going to end up being. But again, being that I've read so much and seen a bit of different information out there, it kind of feels like it's going to be a very different game. So that being said, I figured I would do this one now and then maybe do another walkthrough for the other version. So. Anyways, let's start this off. All right, so we've got a scene here with this is Eris, and she is here in Midgard. I don't know what. I assume she's in one of the slums. That looked like one of the slums, but I don't know actually. So, my understanding here of Midgard is that there's a bunch of these plates up above. And this actually looks like a plate. So maybe she is up above. And she's not actually in one of the slums right now. That's what it looks like anyway to me. But anyways, like I said, so the setup here is a bit interesting. Obviously, so like I said earlier, there's a bunch of different plates, and they are essentially suspended above the lower areas of Midgard. And just the setup is important. It'll probably be a bit obvious through the dialogue and whatnot eventually here, but it is interesting how this area is all set up, and it has a very futuristic feel to it. The first thing you'll want to do, actually, once you gain control of Cloud, there is actually interact with the guard there, and grab his 2 potions. And then we've got a couple of, I don't know what these guys are, just Marines or something like that, or soldiers. And they're pretty easy to take down. Nothing really fancy here. As for normal RPGs, the initial enemies are usually fairly weak, and there isn't much difference with this battle. Now, this is actually obviously Cloud. Again, if you've played the game before, you probably already know this information, and we will actually be naming him in a bit. Excuse me. I am going to go with the default Cloud, and then actually, I don't know what I'm doing here. Just kind of checking out the different options, seeing if there was anything I wanted to change right off the bat. But I think those are okay for now. Anyway, maybe that'll change up later. But here we've got the first 3 members. We actually saw them a little bit earlier, jumping off the train. But so these are 3 members of Avalanche, and that we're actually working on a job together. And here's your opportunity to name Cloud. If you want to switch it up, go right ahead. So anyways, we've got Biggs here on the far left, Jesse's in the middle, and then Wedge is on the far right. And then here we've got actually Barrett runs up as well. Barrett is the leader of this group, Avalanche. We'll actually, I believe, name him right here. So same deal. If you want to, name him something else, go right ahead. I usually stick with the defaults. But anyway, so like I said, this group here has essentially hired Cloud to blow up this reactor. And if you notice there, Cloud's initial name is called Ex-Soldier. And that actually is a bit obvious as well once Biggs starts talking. Biggs is explaining to, I forget if it's Jesse or Wedge, one of the two, but he's explaining that Cloud is no longer in Soldier, and that will be reiterated a few times throughout the game. Soldier is actually, I believe, the name of a group of, or a military force, I think specifically run by Shinra. We'll have to see if that's indeed the full case or the full story here in a bit, but that's my understanding of Soldier. So not exactly. It's almost like a private police, I would call them. And again, now hopefully there will be some clarification on that here in a bit. I'm actually completely rusty as far as the story goes, but Shinra is the company. It's basically an energy company. I think they've got their tendrils into a lot of different tech and markets, I would say. Energy is, I would argue, I guess, the biggest one. And here Barrett actually explains what these reactors are doing. So again, now Shinra owns these reactors, and the reactors essentially are pumping energy out of the Earth, and you know, that's essentially how they're powering the city. So there's 8, I believe it is 8 reactors here, and so if you can probably imagine how much energy that those reactors are, you know, kind of taking out of the Earth. Now, not exactly sure what that means. Like, I don't know how the reactors actually work. If you want to try to, you know, put them into real life terms, but I think the important thing is just that here, what Barrett says, little by little they drain the Earth of its life force, I think is the term he's using, and then obviously, you know, essentially killing the planet. So Cloud here, it's pretty important. This is kind of his personality, or his personality is almost, I don't know if I would say he just doesn't care. You know, he really just sees what's in front of him. He's like, hey, I don't care what the reactors are doing. I don't care. I'm just here to make a buck. So, you know, obviously a very, probably a frustrating viewpoint for someone like Barrett who, you know, obviously cares about the planet, as well as, you know, these other Avalanche members. So again, you'll see here Barrett get increasingly frustrated with Cloud, you know, when he mentions that he just simply doesn't care, and that, you know, he's just there to make a buck. So, you know, interesting viewpoint, you know, and a good place to start the story off, I would say. You know, Barrett and Cloud are already kind of at odds with each other over those, I don't know if you'd even call them philosophical viewpoints, but yeah, that will be a theme that kind of expands throughout the game. Now that we've got Barrett with Cloud, the battles, I don't know if I'd say they get more easy or more difficult. I don't know if I would say either way. They're, again, all these battles at the beginning are fairly simple, so nothing really too much to worry about. But that being said, we do have a save point coming up, and I'm going to definitely recommend saving right away. The first boss in the game is not overly difficult, but there is a bit of a trick, I guess, to it, if you can call it that. And so I would say, you know, you'll want to save right before that boss, just in case something would happen and, you know, or you were to lose. So, so yeah, so that's my recommendation. Now, Jesse here actually talks about using the accept button or OK button, however you want to look at that, to jump on ladders. Now, if you hit the select button, you'll actually see a little, you know, finger or a hand over Cloud's head, and that's just kind of to help denote where Cloud is at. You know, most times it's pretty obvious, but that won't always be the case. Sometimes it's kind of difficult to tell where you're at. So that can help out. And then on top of that, you've got these little arrows, and obviously the green arrow there is where you can hit the accept button to jump on a ladder, and the red arrows are kind of just screen transitions, so once you walk up to them, the screen will transfer over. But anyways, all right, so we've got one last battle here, and then I'm actually going to cut the commentary. I want the next video to actually be the first boss. So, like I said, I'll actually end up cutting the commentary here. I'll let this battle play out, and then we'll actually show you the first save point. The save points are fairly self-explanatory. Really, all you need to do is hit the triangle button. I'm playing on a PlayStation, so you hit the triangle button and scroll to the save option, and then just save your game. So, anyways, like I said, I'm gonna let this battle play out, and I will join you with the next video. Thanks for watching.